Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Amador. I'm so excited to have you here. This is very, very exciting to me because this is a powerful, powerful topic, and it's about owning your voice. And I'm here as a warrior and a survivor who has survived so many things. I am a women's empowerment coach and author and speaker. And well, have you ever struggled with feeling like what you have to say doesn't matter? That nobody wants to hear you, that nobody cares about you, all of these things. Have you felt that? Have you have you struggled with feeling like you're just not enough and you might as well just stay quiet and not rock the boat, don't make waves, that kind of thing? Well, that is something that can really shut you down in life. And I'm coming with parts of my story to share with you because of the fact that that's something that I embraced for a long time. I felt like my voice didn't matter and what I wanted didn't matter. And so it was perfectly okay for people to walk all over me and put me down and make me feel rotten. And what I wanted to let you know is it does not matter what kind of a background, what kind of a history you have. You can turn it around because you don't have to continue to live that history. I understand what it's like having survived being a victim of sexual abuse and so much other abuse, including financial exploitation, verbal abuse, so much. And what I want to say to you is that, first of all, to reach out to you with the deepest of empathy and love and say, I understand what it's like to feel like somebody else, whoever it is holding parts of your life, pieces of your soul, but they don't. They don't get to do that. Nobody gets to do that. And what you don't realize is that you are very, very powerful. Your ability to think and to change your mind is extraordinary. And perhaps like me, for years, I kept telling myself this story that I was a victim. Oh, poor Andrea, these things happen, and this is the way they happened, and this person did this, and this person said that. But what I realized is that all those people were living their life and happy and going on, but not me. I was still carrying the torch for pain. I was still holding on to those painful memories and making them my present. They influenced my present. They distanced me from my husband, who I adored, who has long since passed away. They distanced me from my children. They affected my finances, my health, everything. So I'm sharing my story in hopes that if something like this is either happening to you now or it happens at some point, you'll remember and you'll say, okay, wait a minute. I don't have to hold on to this victim picture. I can take this situation, this experience of having been a victim and make that my shining North Star. Because I you can say to yourself, because I lived through that experience, Or maybe you're not yet through the tunnel. Because I've been through so much, I can figure this out too. And you can. So, what I want to do is I just want to start by bringing us all together. And I just want to thank you all so much, because it means a lot to me having you here and join me, and whoever will be catching on the replay. I'm just so grateful to you, and I thank you for being here and for watching my content and enjoying it and liking it. So let's start by bringing us all together. I want you to put your hand on your heart and your other hand on your stomach. And what we're just going to do is we're going to breathe a little bit. Breathe in through your nose to a count of 4. Hold it for 2. And out for 6. Through your mouth. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through your nose to a count of 4. You're going to hold it for a count of 2, and then breathe out through your mouth for a count of 6. Breathe in and just say to yourself, I'm safe. Just one more time. You breathe in through your nose to a count of 4 while you think about the words, I am safe. Hold it. Think about, I am safe. And then breathe out through your mouth for 6 counts. Okay, we're here together. And you know, those situations in life where it seems like everything goes wrong, everything. Well, I've become quite the expert at handling those particular situations. After my husband passed away, it was a tremendous wake-up call to me to change how I was reacting to life. I've been on the receiving end of a lot of challenges and betrayals and other experiences that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But I see all of those experiences as my greatest gifts, because what they've revealed to me is how strong I am. And if I can look at my challenges and see the jewels and the pearls inside of them, I hope to encourage you to do the same. I wanted to share one of my sources of bravery and being able to see things from a different perspective. Janice Stanfield is a brilliant singer and songwriter, and my mentor and friend. And I first met her in 2004 when I was attending the Jack Canfield Living Your Highest Vision seminar. And Janice's music led the group. It was so magical. The experience was so beautiful. I could feel like my heart burst. And there is this one song that she's written and sung so many songs. But this one particular song is so deeply meaningful to me. And it's called If I Were Brave. And during the whole 8-day event, that it was 400 of us, I think, that were there in that ballroom with Jack Canfield. There were so many things that we learned and that we practiced, and exercises and stories that we heard that kept on pushing us out of our comfort zones and challenging us to think differently. So Jana's song, If I Were Brave, it's called an emotional anchor. And if you think about your favorite song, and if you think about hearing your favorite song, and maybe when you hear that favorite song of yours, you hear it on the radio or you hear it, outside, it just instantly transports you back to a special time when you heard that music, doesn't it? Yeah. That's called an emotional anchor. And what that is that it stirs your brain to remember a time when you had a really great experience. So in this case, what I do is I work with women who are 50 and over, who are dealing with adversity, and they are struggling with depression and grief, and they're struggling with overeating. And the reason why is because food is a very, very powerful emotional anchor. And when we're in circumstances where we feel like we're over our head and overwhelmed with all of the change that's going on, it's natural to just gravitate towards something that gives you a sense of safety. So remember, just a few moments ago, we were doing that, hand over your heart, the other hand on your stomach, to ground you, to bring you to an awareness that in this moment, you are safe. So that song of Jana's, If I Were Brave, touched me so deeply. And at the time, I was just starting. There's just, my story reads like a soap opera, you guys. I and it's boring to me, but I've been through a lot. Um, at the time, I was allowing myself to be underpaid and overworked and unappreciated. And it all started when I decided to leave NYU in my second year of college because my dad got into legal trouble. And after a trial, it turned out that he went to prison. So without thinking, I jumped in because I adore my dad. And I left school to run a business, to manage 3 buildings in Manhattan with 110 tenants, together with my 80-year-old grandmother. And I went through doing that for many years, accepting pennies on the dollar salary. And oh my God, and not having any sense of how powerful I actually was. And it's because I allowed my father to put me down because I normalized it and I made it okay. And my grandmother said to me, Cookie, don't blame Dad. He's just so hurt and he's so angry, and what's been done isn't fair, and he's stuck and he needs us, and all of this sort of stuff. And as I had said, I had experienced sexual abuse, and that was after my parents divorced. My stepfather and his friends sexually abused me. And so when I came to live with my dad, he and my stepmother, Rosie, gave me this incredible life where I felt safe and loved. And he brought me into this whole world of empowerment, which was unbelievable. If it weren't for my dad when I was 11 years old, I would not be sitting here with you right now today. As a matter of fact, we are here specifically to make Own Your Voice vegetable barley soup. So what I'm going to do is get started, and I have to tell you, this is an adventure, and I love that you're coming along with me, but I am not a techie as far as live streams go. So this is a shoestring setup. It's hysterical. Look, let me show you. Wait a minute. Okay, that's just crazy pants. Do you see? Do you see my webcam is taped to the base? It's crazy pants. But it's me doing the best that I can. It's me figuring out, using the resources that I have, the information that I know, and the abilities that I've acquired. It's exactly the same way that I learned to manage 3 buildings and sell them for $10.5 million. By using what I know. And I'm no different than you. I am no different than you. You have talents and you have skills and you have special knowledge and expertise. And every situation that you're facing right now, as horrible as the consequence may be, you have everything you need to deal with it. Now, I don't mean that you individually have all the answers. No. But if you're willing to ask for help, if you're willing to pay attention and listen to your inner guidance, what I do is I teach women, I encourage them to meditate, because it's in the meditation that we can quiet our inner critic and all of the internal criticism that goes on inside of our heads, because it's so important to be able to think clearly, especially when you're in a situation, in a crisis situation, where you need to figure out what to do next. You need to create pockets of time where you are quiet and where you're able to focus on what you need to do by listening to your inner guidance. And okay, so let's start with this vegetable barley soup. I'm going to jump out for a moment and get my knife. And so remember, whatever is going to go wrong is going to go wrong. You and I are on an adventure together. Let's see here. I do have a camera too, but I'm not 100% sure of how to set it up. Hold on, let's try this. I love that we're here together and we're figuring this out. Okay, let's see. Hold on. This is the FaceTime camera. Advanced. Why is that not giving me advanced? Oh, I remember. I have to share the camera. Okay, hold on a second. I think this is coming to me now. I present extra camera. Okay. Oh, bummer. Okay, I don't have an extra camera. Okay, no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch between the two of them. Okay, let's just test this out for a moment. I will go to this camera and meet you there. Okay, do you see me? Okay, so, wow, this is crazy pants. So that means I just have one camera, not two cameras. Let's, I separate it out from the stream. No, let's not do that right now. Let's just do some chopping of vegetables. We'll figure it out together. So, oh, hold on, I know. Hang on. I will get another one. Oh, let's do this. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness me. This is bananas. try this. Okay, we're together. Okay. Okay. That's good. Let's move this more. See if you can see. Uh-oh. Better. A little more. And a little further down. So you can see my color. Okay, almost. Actually, the only way you can see me and my cutting boards if I sit. So I'll do that. Look. I haven't done this sitting down, but let's try it out. No. Hold on. Aha, maybe. You can almost see me. Let's see. Oh, I know. There we go. Okay. Uh-huh. Better, better, better. So what if I do this here? Okay, maybe. Well, all right, so we'll do this as a voiceover. This. Like this. Okay. That's interesting. Almost. Almost. Okay. If this were higher. Maybe that's no. Well, let's just do this with hands. Ow. All right, so owning your voice. If you didn't grow up in a family where your self-expression wasn't encouraged, where people wanted to hear what you had to say, then it's natural that you're not going to feel comfortable saying what's on your mind, that you're going to most likely play small and pretend that everything's perfectly okay just the way it is, even though you hate it and you can't stand it and you're resentful and you're angry and all of these things. And the reason why is because that is you, hold on, that is you surviving the best way you can. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's you surviving the best way you can. Sorry, you don't get to see my face and me chopping at the same time. I will figure out the 2-camera angle for next time. But for now, I want you to get the message that if you're a person who tends to silence yourself and pretend like everything's okay, don't put yourself down for doing that, because you're just doing the best that you possibly can in the circumstances that you're in, with the knowledge that you have at the moment. So don't beat up on yourself. And I say this all the time to my clients. Don't beat up on yourself. Because do you know what beating up on yourself does? It perpetuates the cycle of shame. The more you feel ashamed of yourself, the worse you feel about yourself, beating up on yourself, calling yourself stupid, all of these things, what's going to happen is it's going to trigger your survival response. And what that means is you're not going to be able to think clearly. You're going to be completely consumed with anxiety and fearful thoughts, and you're going to feel overwhelmed and you won't know what to do. And if you are an emotional eater, then the only thing that you'll think to do is to just put something, anything, in your mouth. And then if you've been made to feel bad, if you've been made to feel ashamed of doing that, then you will make yourself feel ashamed of it. Because you will just be replaying all of the old memories that you have of other times when people made you feel ashamed. And so by keeping yourself in that spiral, by shaming yourself, you are becoming your own worst enemy. All right. So what can you do to break the shame spiral? Well, What I teach my clients to do is to change the way that they talk to themselves. If you start talking to yourself respectfully, kindness, and gentleness, the way you would want someone to talk to you. Maybe you didn't have that experience growing up. Maybe you were talked down to, or put down, criticized, ignored, neglected, abused. Any of these circumstances can leave a really powerful emotional scar. And so, what you need to do is you need to become your own best nurturer, your own best advocate. Let me grab this and pull it up. So, is it working? Not really. Okay. Maybe not. Let's try it again. See if you can see both me and the garlic. Oh, almost. If my phone weren't dead, you'd be able to see all of me, but it is. So for now, you'll get to see me as headless. I'll be like the headless horseman. Okay. So I've got garlic. Let me get some onions. Oh my goodness. This is too crazy. Where were we? All right. So it is possible for you to become your own best nurturer. And the way to do that is you change the way that you talk to yourself. And I'm going to bet that if you've been talked down to by somebody else, maybe a parent or a friend, a family member, a brother, sister. I remember in kindergarten, a dear friend of mine, her brother was giving her mother a hard time. So actually, I should have kept this. I should have kept this as it was. Okay, whatever. me share a little story with you. And I have this in my Substack. My Substack is um, a collection of, they're called posts and stories. They're really stories. Yeah. Maybe that way. Oh, this is my late husband's apron. I miss him so much. I miss him so much. Wow. Okay, let's try this. Got garlic on the webcam. Probably not a good thing to do. Oh, there was a time that I would call myself stupid for not knowing how to do something. So, like this, I would have beaten up on myself so hard, relentlessly. I wouldn't forgive myself. Oh, Andrea, what's the matter with you? How could you not charge your phone? How could you not, know how to do live streams? All these sorts of things. But what life experience has taught me is that it's a precious waste of time. So if you're doing that, if you're beating up on yourself and treating yourself worse than you would treat anybody, you may think that it doesn't have any effect and that it's harmless, but let me tell you, it is not harmless at all. It hurts you because it makes you believe that you don't deserve better treatment. And so if you're walking around beating up on yourself, that kind of makes you a magnet for other people to do that to you. So you probably don't want that. And if that is a circumstance that's in your life now, I understand because I've been through that. And because I beat myself up so badly, talking down to myself, calling myself stupid, cursing out myself. Used to have a lot of body image issues. I would look at myself in the mirror and yell at myself. I would grab, fat and then squeeze myself and try and hurt my body. That's hurting you. That's hurting you. Don't do that. You don't deserve that treatment. So, come with me. Let's go to the stove. Oh my goodness, this is too crazy pants for me. Let's see. Can I do it here? Let's try this. This is so funny. I have onion scented hands. Okay. Let's see if this will get me to where I want to go. Almost. Oh, bam. Yes, but you know what? You're still not going to see me. You'll see my hands. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. Only it could be a little higher. Oh, I think it can. Hold on. Could I rest it here? Let's try that. Almost. Let's try and move this so it's more conveniently placed. Okay, good. Move this. Move this. Oh my goodness, this is going to be like a 5 million hour live stream. All right, let's see. You see me? Not really. Let's see. Okay, so I use about 3 tablespoons of oil. First, I do my garlic. Wait a minute. See if you could see me. You still can't see me. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, so into the garlic. Garlic goes in. Gotta lower that fire. That's crazy. Okay. Garlic. My goodness. I could only have smelled it. That would be amazing. Ooh, can you imagine how that smells? Okay, good. So just about 30 seconds. You definitely don't want your garlic to have any color on it. You want to keep it translucent white. And now the onions go in. This is 1 onion. hands. I'm going to lower this fire so that I could cut more of my vegetables. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this again. Moving you back. That looks very promising. Little magic tape to reposition my camera. Let's fold it over. We'll get this right. Ooh, that could be good. All right. This looks good. I think that's good. Hold on a second. Let's get this away from the camera. All right. Okay. I think we may have it. Let me see. All right. I need my cutting board. I'm going to do this with 2 carrots. Fabulous. We'll do 3 carrots. Oh, you could almost see me. Not quite. Okay. We're going to do this as a voiceover. Oh, wow. So when you use your voice, especially if you haven't done it, if you've been intimidated and felt like you didn't have a right to speak up and say what was on your mind and call injustice what it is, then it's not going to be like, you're not going to say exactly the right thing. You're going to go through a period of time where you're going to say what seems like all the wrong things. And that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't really matter, because what really matters is that you just start getting used to speaking up and saying what's on your mind. Because it's just like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you're going to feel comfortable using it. Got something to say? You know, when I first started speaking, the way that I did it was when my children were younger, starting from nursery school age. Right now they're 29 and 34. Let me just add the carrots, and you'll come with me. Actually, come with me later, because right now we're going to go into the celery. Beautiful celery. And I'm going to use this celery up. So I mentioned that I ran the family business during the time that my dad was in prison. And for many years, I was very resentful. And I was very angry. And because I loved my dad so much, and as I said, because I gave him a pass and I accepted his verbal abuse, because I never even thought of it like that, because I was comparing my dad saying some words, hurtful words to me, I was comparing that to the physical abuse and the sexual abuse of my stepfather. And many women can relate to this. Many women who have, and men who have been sexually abused by someone, they think that verbal abuse doesn't count as abuse. And it really does. So just because somebody is not touching you inappropriately, or beating you, or hurting you, or doing anything to violate your physical boundaries, does not mean that it's okay for them to mistreat you by calling you names, by intimidating you, by being disrespectful and cruel. It's not okay. I want you to see my face. So You're not going to see the cutting board right now. Oh, maybe you are. Nope, you're still not. Dang. Let's figure this out. Ugh. I think that might work. Okay, it's better. All right. So verbal abuse, calling someone names, hurting them with your words, ignoring them, disrespecting someone, calling them stupid, comparing them to others. These are all examples of verbal abuse. And it's not okay. It's not okay. And if you are in a position where somebody is doing that to you, and you are trying to convince yourself that it's all right, saying, oh, sticks and stones, you know, what is it? How does it go? Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never harm you? No, that's not true. Someone putting you down, that's devastating. Because if you're walking around with somebody's voice in your head, I really want you to get this, because this is my story. If you're walking around with someone's voice in your head and their negative opinion of you, if that person was influential in your life, then you will take on their voice and talk to yourself in the same way. And that is devastating. So that means that you're beating yourself up on a daily basis. So let me get this in the pot. I just want to get one more thing, and that is some pepper. A little bit. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. What happens? Okay. So then you'll be able to see my hands, and we'll be able to see each other face to face. Well, you'll see me. But you won't see. Oh, this knife needs to be sharpened for sure. Oh my God. Love, love. Let me put this in, and then we're going to switch. Love it. And we're going to switch to the potty. Okay. Let's let that cook down. Ah. I have been writing on Substack. And, oh, gosh. All right, let's make it lower. Let's see if this is right. Oh, so this is the one. No, this is the one. Okay. Oh my God. Like that, maybe? Let's. Almost. Hmm. Let's figure this out. Do you see me now? Oh, you see me with my head shut on. Fabulous. Higher, do I go lower? Okay. Go higher. Uh-huh. So now I go lower. Okay. How about that? You see? Ah, pretty good. Wow. Let's see if I can move you. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you're right in the pan now. Look at you. I think we got something. Oh. So now, once I've got my vegetables translucent, all of them, every yummy bit, I need a can of crushed tomatoes. Oh my God. Oh. You lower that. Okay. This is a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. To that, I'm adding 3.5 cups of water. Okay. And I put it directly in the crushed tomatoes. Let me. Yep. Crazy. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. I use garlic. Even though I have fresh garlic, I love garlic. I use seasoned salt. That was one of my dad's favorite spices. We used to have such a close relationship. Shoot. Anyway, let's see. Huh. A little bit of pepper. I do not know where my peppers are going to. It's okay by me. Okay, I love this. This is called Better Than Bullion. Oh, I see that I don't have the mirror image of the camera. Okay, anyway. Oh, I definitely need more of this. And I'm probably going to use it all. About 2 tablespoons. Gonna use more of that for sure. So we're back. Let's put this on a low fire. Simmer. Okay. Oh, let me get barley. Hold on a sec. Barley. Wow, wires everywhere. So this is pearl barley. You have to take my word for it. And what else? Okay, so I put this over as a cover. And come, let's chat. Oh, 1 cup of the barley, mindlessly, no action. Okay, that's better. Much better. Water. When I was younger, I used to hate water. And now I understand how it helps my body, how it helps our body. As women who are over 50, our bodies change through the aging process. And one of the things that happens, I don't know if this happens to you, is that you will, you may get cramps. You may be woken up at night by painful cramps, like a Charlie horse, that maybe starts by curling your toes and it runs up your leg, or it goes through your groin. It's like really, really, really painful, paralyzing cramps. And one of the things that causes that is that our nerves, let me see, my doctor was explaining it yesterday, that our nerves are misfiring. And it's very important that we drink water and that we get enough rest. Gosh, I'm just tired. I've been writing about this housing battle that my son and I have started with the landlord. And it's to assert our rights. And I won't lie to you, I'm so tired. This is exhausting. And for a person who, I'm 62, and I've spent so much of my life accepting status quo and never pushing back and not asserting my rights and not standing up for myself and letting people take advantage of me and getting cheated out of what was rightfully mine. And all because I was too afraid of using my voice and saying what was on my mind, saying, no, this is not okay with me. This is not fair. I don't accept this. I don't want to do this. You need to pay me more. Any number of responses to situations where people are trying to take advantage of you, where they're trying to sway you in one direction that is one-sided and it only serves them. And so I have done that for so much of my life and paid a very hefty price. Let's check on the soup. Going to add the barley. Where's my barley? Here it is. So you use about a cup of barley. And then you clean it by looking through the barley for like any holes, anything that looks out of place, and then you wash it. You rinse it. Ugh. And then you put the barley into the soup. And you let it cook about 45 minutes. So where was it? Yeah, the housing. So asserting myself and pushing back their situation has not felt safe to me. Because of the fact that I grew up in a very abusive environment, and talking back or even being visible basically made me a target or a victim. So I won't go into any kind of details. But if you can relate to that type of a circumstance, you know that when you don't feel safe, you don't take risks. And you don't stand up. And you don't, I don't actually mean literally stand up, but that you don't make a big deal out of things. You learn to just accept things and be quiet and accept whatever is going on. And maybe you try to ignore it. Maybe you try to pretend it's not happening, but you know that it is. And there's part of you that knows, and you want to do something, you want to say something, you want to speak against it, but then there's another part of you that's afraid. And you feel like, well, if I speak up, I'll get in trouble, all of these horrible things could happen. And what I want to tell you is definitely, make your decisions, gather information so that you could determine how to use your voice in the safest way possible so that you can have as much support as you can get. I'm definitely not advocating for you to, if somebody is being abusive to you, Don't stand up to the bully alone. Find help. I have had several friends who have experienced domestic abuse in different times in their lives, clients and a friend. And it's very important to know that your safety is the most important thing. It's non-negotiable. So rely on your intuition, listen to your inner wisdom, and when you decide to use your voice and to say what's on your mind, do it in a way where you get the support of others and you can feel a sense of safety in that. I don't recommend ever engaging with someone at the same level as them. So, for example, if someone's yelling at you and you feel intimidated by them, the answer is not to yell at them, because that person, that personality, has a tendency to be volatile. They're very, there's a lot of emotion and anger that's built up in them. And so if you insert yourself into their environment in front of them or confront them, whatever is going on in their head, whatever it is that they're angry about, they will take it out on you. So what you need to do is you need to find a way of being safe. You may need to exit the situation. You may need to leave the room. You may need to turn your body away. You may need to find a way of separating yourself from them. Your safety is most important. One time, someone was upset with me about something, and we were in the kitchen together, and she was standing at the entrance of the kitchen, and I was sitting in a chair, maybe about 6 feet away, and the refrigerator was between the two of us. And I thought to myself, I wonder if I open the door of the refrigerator and just nonchalantly get something from inside, would that make her go away? And so the way that the door swung was towards her. So effectively, by swinging the door open and getting something, that would completely block her view of me, especially if I'm crouching down and I'm getting something in the refrigerator. And I was right. She got bored and she walked away. So look for creative ways that you can use your voice without creating a danger to yourself. Let's let me check on this suit. Beautiful. Let me show you what is going on here. Let me see if I remember this. Oh boy. Can you see it? Almost. Yeah, almost. See? The barley is starting to plump up. And the soup is going from a bright red to a reddish brown. That's the next stage. Okay. I'm going to roll this a little bit. Oh, let's fix this. Oh no, my neck is coming. Well, I'm definitely going to edit this and get the juicy bits. So I think we have probably, let me just readjust this. Oh. see if I have peas and carrots. Mm. Does not look good. Does not look good. Nope. Not seeing peas and carrots. Don't see peas and carrots. Check mark. See a bunch of screens. Okay, we'll do screens. Wait, not ready. I'm going to say goodnight. Wow. Really does have a mind of its own. Really does. Oh, who'da thunk it? That's perfect. Mm. Okay, so let me show you. Oof. Fabulous. Okay, so here is the spoon. It's still got maybe another 30 minutes or so to cook. So what I'm going to do, and that's certainly not a steady shot. Okay. So I want to thank you for sharing the evening with me and for being the greatest part of the evening. Unfortunately, the soup isn't yet done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in with you when it's done. I'm going to share a beauty shot of it, and I'll give you the instructions in the stream. I will be editing this, and it has been such a pleasure. I've had so much fun, and I look forward to our next live stream together. Have a great evening. Bye now.